So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I sweep my rabbit cage. Everything I do in the morning when I come to my rabbit farm, that's what I'm going to be showing you guys. From how I sweep, how I feed them. As you can see, there are some leaves here. I want to feed them on leaves today. So how I sweep, how I feed them. If there are any ones I want to medicate, then you also need to look out for some things. Some of the rabbits that you have gave nesting boxes to, those that are due to give nesting boxes. I'm going to be breaking down all of that in this video. So first of all, let's start the sweeping so that we won't waste a lot of time. This video won't take a long time because I will actually fasten the sweeping and all that. I will do a very good editing work, so I'll make the sweeping very fast. So just watch and so that you see everything I do, in case you want to also do same thing I also do in my farm, so you don't make any mistake. Just keep watching. So as you can see here, my rabbit system is a self-cleaning cage that I'm using. So I just need to sweep under this roof. I just sweep it to the floor. Then when I'm done sweeping it to the floor, basically I just like pat it off. Yeah. So you don't need it to pile up too much. You don't need to allow it to pile up too much. At least once in 2 days you need to sweep, so it does not get too much and start affecting the rabbit. So right now we are done sweeping the cage. So no, the number one thing you really need to pay attention to is cleaning your rabbit cage. Yes, you see, it did not even take me much time to clean it. It just took me like, highest it would take me 5 minutes, because it's not even dirty at all. Like I do sweep it maybe once in 2 days like that, so that it won't be stressing me when I want to sweep. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is to feed them. Yes, so feeding them with leaves has a little bit of technique I use, and I'm also going to be sharing that with you guys. Yes, as you guys know, here in my channel I just show you guys all what I know. At least you should experiment that in your farm too and get the same kind of results I'm getting. Yes, so I see some few rabbit farmers, when they want to feed their rabbits with this kind of leaves, they just pick it up and throw it in there. It's not supposed to be so. I've already finished giving them water. The reason why I reserve this leaf is because of this video. So I'm not going to be giving them water again. I've already gave them water already. So you need to give them water very, very well. And also when you want to give them this leaf, there's a little technique you really need to apply, especially this elephant grass. Try as much as possible to at least tie it like this, so that it won't be too big in that cage. As you can see, the way I'm doing it here, it's just very small. Make sure you tie it, put it in position that it will be like in a very small place, like just very small like this, so it does not get scattered in the whole cage and the rabbit will get to step on it and pee on it and still get to eat it. So it might actually cause them harm. So as I finish getting this now, just come and video. I'll just put it in the corner of his cage. Yes. As you can see, I'm not sure if you are getting the video there. I just put it in the corner of his cage, then it will now eat from there at the corner, not just to put it on the floor there and the rabbit stepping on it. Yes, so that's how I'm going to be feeding all of them. Yes, I'm going to be filling them all. Then also another thing you also need to take safety precautions also is when you are giving them these leaves, make sure the leaves are very, very fresh. Make sure there are no insect bites on this particular leaf. Although this elephant grass, they hardly get those insect bites. Yes, this elephant grass is hardly get those insect bite. So this particular rabbit here, she has littered. Yes, she has littered some few kids. So also in the morning when you come here, you also need to check her kids. Yes, so I'm also going to be checking it. We are going to be checking it together. Although some people say you should not touch the bunnies, you should not touch the little kids, but even from day one I used to touch it and I don't used to get any issue. As you can see here, she put a lot of fur. Yes, just zoom in so that they can see. She put a lot of fur, and those are her little kids in there, very very good, clean. Yeah, you can see. Don't know if you can see some of them in there. This is one of them. So this is one of them. So I can see that all of them are intact. She gave birth to 6 kids. So all the 6 of them are intact. So that's another thing you also want to check out for. Yes, also need to count and make sure they are very very complete. Although some people will say if you touch it, it will end up dying, but I don't believe in that. I used to touch my rabbit kids. Yes, I do touch it, so I don't used to get any issue. So you need to touch it. The only situation whereby you should not touch the kids is maybe there are different people that used to come around the farm and feed the rabbit. You know, sometimes these rabbits, they do know people's smell. Yes, they will know your smell. So you really need to be very careful when you are doing that, because if you have a lot of people coming to the farm to feed the rabbits, yes, you don't need to be touching those little bunnies so that they won't reject the smell, because they have been getting smells of different people and stuff like that. Yes, so you need to, if you are the only one feeding them, you can actually touch the kids. There is no problem with that. Yes, so that is also what I do. Check those little kids you are getting, those little bunnies that are just coming. Check them, make sure they are very very okay and their stomach is big and they are feeding very well. Yes, because once they don't feed very well, they might end up dying. There's no two ways about it. Yeah, they might end up dying. So here we also have another rabbit that is about to kindle, but she's yet to pull her fur. It was actually crossed the same day with that particular one there, with the particular Palomino we just checked. The Palomino kindled yesterday, which was 17th of March. Yes, yesterday, which was 17th of March. That was when she actually kindled. Yes, so those kids are just a day old. So I had to check them to make sure they're very, very active. This particular one here, my Angora here, it was actually crossed the same day with the Palomino. I have palpated, I'm very sure it's pregnant, but it's yet to kindle. So we are still waiting. As you can see, just put the grasses at the corner there. Make sure they don't step on it and pee on it and stuff like that, so that your rabbits get to eat very clean food. You know, as they eat healthy food, that's the way they live healthy. Yeah. So you see the way I'm tying my leaves to make sure it looks very actually eat. Yes. See the way I'm tying my leaves. So that's what you really need to do too. So we are going to be going up here. We are almost done with feeding the mature rabbits. We don't really medicate these mature ones like that. So look, this is the one that is actually pregnant. As you can see here, I don't know if you can see. Just let me use the camera to zoom in so that at least you guys can see. Okay, this is what I use for her nesting box. I put in a little bit of dry leaves in there so that at least they can use it to create their nest. Yes, so they can use it to create their nest. That's what I use. So she's yet to kindle. She's yet to kindle because we just checked. So that's also what you need to check. Make sure you know when your rabbit actually kindles so that you can actually record the date, because it's very very important too. You really need to record the date so you don't get maybe when did this rabbit actually give birth. In case someone wants to come and buy, the person will actually know the day and start counting, because most times farmers tend to give you wrong information. Yeah, they tend to give you wrong information in the rabbits they are selling to you. So you as a farmer, you really need to keep very good record. As the rabbit gives birth, you write it down. I already showed you guys how to do your farm record. Yes, your farm record book. So you can go and check out that video so you know how to actually do that. Yes. So maybe if you have any question, you can just drop it in the comment section and I'll answer it. So we are coming to the little bunnies cage here. I'm going to also be showing you guys how to medicate those little bunnies. Yes, those little bunnies, the medications I use in their water, I'm here to put it. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to use that particular medication. Yeah, I'm going to be showing you guys. I just use little quantity, like since it's for prevention. Yes, I use very little quantity of the medication for them, for those little bunnies, so at least they can actually eat, they can actually drink from there, and if they have any problems, it will actually clear off for those little bunnies there. As you can see, very easy the way I tie my leaves so that they can eat it and they won't get any problem. So coming down here, I have some little bunnies here. I have some little bunnies. I'm also going to be giving them the leaves, but in very little quantity. In very little quantities. That's how I'm going to be feeding them the leaves. In very little quantities. Yes. Then I'm also going to be medicating them too. I'll be medicating them in some few minutes. So just stay tuned so that you see how I do that. I'll be putting their medications in their water in some few minutes. So just stay tuned so that you can actually see that. So this is the medication I'm using for the little bunnies. This is it here. Yes, it's like anti-coccidiosis, anti-diarrhea, and the rest of it. BFEM Animal Health. Yes, this is what I'll be using for the little bunnies. So I'm going to be putting a little quantity in my hand, just very little quantity, like something like this, and I'll just put it into their water. It does not need to be too much. Just put it into their water there and stir it a bit. Yes, so that they can actually circulate and these little bunnies can actually drink. Little quantity, not too much, so that you don't give them overdose. It's better to give them less than to give them overdose. Yes, it's better to give them less than to give them overdose. So if you have not seen the drops, I'll be putting the picture of the drops on the screen so that you can actually see it. Yeah. So coming down here, we are still going to be medicating these little bunnies, because as you guys know, little bunnies are very fragile, and most deaths people get are always little bunnies. My little bunnies are dying. Sometimes you really need to medicate them too. See here, I put too much, so I'm not going to be putting all. I'm going to be dividing it into two. Yeah, then I'm also going to be putting in here too. Yes, I'm also going to be putting in here too. Yeah. So back to our leaves. We're going to be giving them our leaves. Very little quantity. Tie it out, then boom, inside their cages. Then put it in the little quantity, tie it out, put it into their cages. Yes. So that's just basically what we are going to be doing. So I hope you guys learn a thing or two from this video. If you learned something from here, just drop your comment down on the comment section that I actually learned something, so that I will know I'm doing a great job. So, and if you also have any other questions to ask, drop them there on the comment section. Do well to like this video, comment as I earlier said, and also turn on the notification bell so that when I drop any other update on rabbit farming, you get notified. Thank you once again, guys, and do have a wonderful day. And until next time, peace out.